The note he never read.
Mira had always found comfort in music, but BTS was different. Their songs weren't just melodies, they were messages, warm, honest words that held her through the darkest nights. And among them, one voice stood out the most, Jungkook. His voice carried both strength and vulnerability, as if he understood what words couldn't say. He sang about dreams, fears, and love in a way that made her feel less alone. He didn't know her, but somehow, he had saved her. One autumn evening, under the glow of her small desk lamp, she picked up a pen and wrote, "Dear Jungkook, your music found me when I was lost. Your voice became my comfort when I felt invisible. I don't need anything from you, I just want you to know you matter." She folded the letter carefully, as if she were tucking a piece of her heart inside, then placed it in an envelope. The next day, she mailed it, and she waited. Weeks passed, then months. No reply. It's fine. He was a global star. She was just one of millions. But fate had other plans. A special BTS fan meet, a raffle, a one-in-a-million chance. And somehow, she won. The day of the event, Mira stood in line, heart pounding so hard she thought it might burst. In her hands was another letter, not the same one she had sent months ago, but a new one, filled with everything she had ever wanted to say. And then, it was her turn. Her breath hitched. Jungkook. He was real. Right in front of her. Not a screen, not a poster, not a dream. Dressed in black, silver earrings glinting under the bright lights, he smiled, a familiar, comforting smile that had reached her long before this moment. "Hi," he said, voice gentle. Myra's mind went blank. She had imagined this moment so many times. She wanted to tell him everything, how his music had held her together, how his voice had been the light in her darkest days. Her fingers curled around the letter. This was her chance. But then, her eyes drifted behind him. A long table, stacks of letters, hundreds, thousands. Her heart clenched. In that pile, her first letter was there too. Unopened, unread. Reality hit her all at once. She was one fan out of millions. She had held his voice close for years, but he didn't know her. He couldn't possibly know all of them, no matter how much he loved ARMY. Jungkook looked at her, waiting. She swallowed. What was she expecting? That he would read her letter and suddenly understand how much he had meant to her? Her grip on the paper loosened. Then, she smiled. No, because love isn't about being noticed. It's about giving without expecting anything in return. Slowly, Mira slipped the letter into her pocket. Instead, she met his gaze and whispered, "Thank you." Jungkook tilted his head slightly. His lips parted, as if he was about to ask why. But something in her eyes must have told him the answer. His expression softened, and he smiled. "Always," he said. She bowed, took a step back, and walked away. Her letter would never be read. But somehow, she already had her answer.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more. Next chapter coming soon, stay tuned.